Àwọn wèrè ti community tí mo máa this one now olólélẹ̀ olè nǹkan no it's an 500K that's what we need now see what I have in my account kó mọ̀ pé olè ńlá làwọn fífi yìí. This is 4,000. You know, see. What of estate community? Estate to the team.
Years of suffering celebration.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome on the program. This is City Stand, and I'm Michael Adekunle. This is the 30th of May 2025. I will say thank you for always staying glued to this channel. Thank you for always joining us on the platform every morning to see what's going on in the country, to hear what's bothering the minds of Nigerians. All right. Democracy Day was yesterday, the 29th of May 2025, and of course Nigerians reacted to the current state of the nation under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Knox, kudos as regards Tinubu's reign as the president of Nigeria. All right, good morning to you, Donald Chooks. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy day ahead. Yeah, happy day ahead to you too. Thank you so much. I can see Bona Kingsley in the comment section. You're welcome on the program. We appreciate your contribution and your consistency on the platform. All right, so all of our esteemed viewers there, we say good morning to you once again. Kingsley James, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Saying good morning, Michael and others. Yeah, it is Friday. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And we are here. We are here to dish it out again once more. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. And before I go deep into what we have this morning, I need to say thank God it's Friday, and I need to wish my respondents well this morning. TGIF to you. Thank God it's Friday.
Everybody that see us will have known that today is Friday, and we thank God we thank God that give us grace to witness another Friday. So thank you, our viewer across the globe. We say may God continue to be with you as you usually stand with us at Global City Stand.
Naturally, on traditional and cultural day in Nigeria, that's what it is. It's Friday, and but we don't say thank God it's Friday here in Nigeria, because we know that there's nothing like that. what that's the truth, but we just believe by faith. We are trying to adopt it. Maybe it will Friday will happen to all of us in Jesus' name. I wish you well and God bless you.
That's Good Friday.
All right, Mr. Vincent.
There is no better way to start a day by saying, first of all, we give glory to God for having spared our life until this day. And we also thank God that we are witnessing another Friday in the land of the living. We give all glory to Almighty God for this. And we also wish our well-wishers on this platform that they will see many more years and many more Fridays and many more days ahead with good health and prosperity. I want to say good morning to you all.
Yes, I'm saying good morning to all our global viewers all over the world on Global Assistant. Sorry, the rain did its natural course yesterday, but we are fully back on the stream today. You are most welcome. Thank you for staying tuned with our global anchor, Mr. Michael. This is the end of the week. Okay, tomorrow is the end of the week. Yes, we are approaching the end of the week. Stay tuned. Remain on that day. You are most welcome.
All right, thank you so much. All right, the birthday boy is here. After the celebration, he's just appearing for the first time, right?
Yeah. Because I went on the tour to Osun State to see what is going on there. I can easily say, and I can always be saying, I mean, home is home, and you still not to forget your home. And I want to say thank you all. Good morning for a beautiful day on City Stand today. We thank God, and for you to be there for us, we have to give you that praise. God bless you all, and God bless your generation to come. Thank you for being there for us.
All right, thank you so much. And to Gentleman Mike, the police officer.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
It's a sunny day here in the city of Lagos after yesterday's
Heavy downpour.
In Lagos and some other part of the country. Good morning to our fans all over the world who celebrate you. Thank you, Michael.
All right, thank you so much. And due to the heavy downpour yesterday, we couldn't hear the program. I think I passed the message across to our viewers. I don't know if everyone saw that message, but we are here. We are back on here today, back on the platform, and I say greetings to everyone. Of the palace is here. The palace of the palace. You're welcome on the program this morning. How are you doing? Oh yes, be careful.
The palace is there.
Be careful.
I said the palace himself.
Be careful.
But I said
Today is 30th of May 2025. Biafra Day. Rising sun for everybody.
Rising sun. Yeah. No, I just remember Rising sun. I've never forgotten anyway. There's no how I can forget that kind of day. Even though federal government is already kicking against it, but they are not going to succeed. Because it is one of the histories that shaped the moment where we find ourselves today. So it's a good one. The lockdown has continued as of this morning from the report we are getting. Everywhere is shut down. More than 6 million Biafrans killed, Igbos killed, 1967. It was, I think.
I'm still coming back to that. Let me finish my intro. Onyezi, thank you so much. All right, it's going to be tough this morning. The Igbos, I won't say just the Igbos, even some entities in Nigeria are celebrating this Biafra Day. We really need to celebrate it as well. They stand. All right, Lady G, the Pretty G is here. Good morning to you, Pretty G. You're welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Not exempting, not forgetting Nnamdi Ohanusi, all the way from Netherlands, is also here with us this morning. And I say good morning to you, Nnamdi Ohanusi. Frank Atto is also here, and he's saying all hail Biafra. All right, rises on for you. I don't copy you. Rises on. Daniel is also here. Daniel Oha, thank you so much for joining us all the way from United Kingdom. I have Williams Okameme, an esteemed viewer on the platform. Williams Okameme, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Please, if you're watching us for the very first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Somebody is watching us from Houston, Texas. Samuel, thank you so much. Samuel Ogungbemi, you're welcome on the program this morning. Please like, share, and subscribe. Very, very important. Let people know about what is going on at the stand here. Thank you so much. There's nothing like Biafra Day anywhere. This is Nigeria Bello on this. And we have Udeze Chima, the chief is here. Good morning to you. Udeze Chima, all the way from Italy. And all the way from United Kingdom, I have Andrew Ogunjimi. Andrew Ogujimi is here. I will say good morning. Baba Gbalagba. All right, to Uyi Phillips, and he's saying good morning to every one of us here. Thank you so much for joining us. I have Benjamin all the way from where? Thank you so much. From Sierra Leone, Freetown. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Keep the messages coming. Keep the chats coming. We'll be reading. Yeah, please comment. Very, very important. Comment. We'll be reading your messages as we proceed on the program. The Palace of the Palace. Thank you for joining us. King Jogba, he sent me a message a few days ago. Greeting everyone at this time. I don't know why he cannot comment on the comment section, but we still need to appreciate him. We need to applaud King Joe Ogba. Thank you, everyone. To Mrs. Ben Osadieye, we say thank you for joining us as well. All right, the Vanguard newspaper was the Vanguard saying this morning. I can see a report concerning the celebration of this day. I'm talking about Biafra Day on our dailies. Big T Prince, all the way from United Kingdom. That's Odunlade Taiwo. You're also welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, I can see this write-up on our dailies. I'm talking about the conventional media, but I think it's on the front page of I don't know, leadership. No, leadership. That's online leadership. All right, quickly to the Nigerian Tribune and the Vanguard newspaper this morning. What are they saying? The president celebrated his 2 years in office yesterday. Like I said earlier on, there were kicks, there were knocks, and kudos as regards President Tinubu's performance in the last 2 years of his administration. On to the next one here, page 5. What do we have? Presidency, Atiku Afenifere, MBF, others clash over Tinubu's midterm report. You're welcome, Steve. Thank you so much for joining us. Buki Astrop is also here. Thank you for joining us, Buki Astrop, all the way from United Kingdom. Is watching us. Presidency, Atiku Afenifere, MBF, others clash over Tinubu's midterm report. This is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Now, the follow-up story on this. Let me see what's going on there. Economic reforms biting harder, says Afenifere. That's the Pan Yoruba Social Political Group. On to the next one. First 2 years disastrous. First 2 years of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is disastrous. This is MBF on this and claim of economic revival, insult to suffering Nigerians. The claims of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he has revived the economy of Nigeria is an insult to suffering Nigerians. That is what Wabara said this morning. And we have democracy in Nigeria. Democracy thriving in Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Who is saying this? Of course, you should know this is coming from presidency. Democracy under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is thriving, says presidency. Our policies unstoppable, irreversible, says the ruling of Progressive Congress. Now you can see the picture of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu right on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. This is the picture of your president. Oh yes, this is the picture of your president, Mr. Femi. This is a picture of your president. There's a Chima. This is the picture of your president, Steve. This is the picture of your president, Odunlade Taiwo. You can see the picture of Mr. President right here on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's quickly move down to another one. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper. What's the Nigerian Tribune saying this morning to us all? 21 died, 10 missing in Niger flood disaster. This is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. On to the next one. Outrage as students sit for WAEC exam at night. Body apologizes. This is on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. We won't go beyond this on our reviews on the papers. Let's quickly join Oyeze and Mr. Femi this morning for more analysis. Now, what's the significance of this day, the Biafra Day, the 30th of May 2025? Biafra Day. This is a day to celebrate heroes of Biafra. Over 6 million people. Oyeze, I know you are one of the persons that don't joke with this day. The person that don't joke with this day in Nigeria. As you can see on the comment section, people are really talking about this day, sending messages on the platform. You have your own ordeal, you have your own tragedy about this day. You have your own take, which I believe was a tragic one. I don't want to call it is a tragic one, but I can see you being moody at this point present as I speak now. What's the significance of this day, Wednesday, to you and to all the Igbos?
I think let me just speak. It's not only the Igbos that fought that war. I'm talking about the Biafrans, and most of them majorly Igbos. I'm looking at what is war? In the absence of leadership, anarchy sets in. That is what they called war. Absence of leadership, anarchy sets in. It gives us the history back about this entity called Nigeria. I keep on saying it. Nigeria is a public limited liability company by name. That word Nigeria is a racist name in the first place. A lot of people have not done research on that to find out how that name came about. A lot of people in African countries has gone far to rename the racist tag that was placed on them by the colonial masters. But unfortunately, Nigeria has not even been able to move away from the tag called Nigeria. Nigeria means darkness. That's what Nigeria means. That's the fact. No, I'm saying it again. Yes, says by me, and I can repeat it many times, 100%. I can say it. The meaning of Nigeria is darkness. That is
just be tarnishing the image.
Bros, they are tarnishing my own image too. Yes, they are tarnishing my image. How come? No, you don't understand the direction I'm going. I'm giving you an insight.
All right.
I'm giving you an insight.
Okay.
How we came to the point, of the so-called unnecessary war as a result of incompetence of the Northerners and the British system. That's what led to the war. So at what place? Let us even look at how they managed to crop up the name called Nigeria. What is the meaning of Nigeria? Go and do your research very well. Nigeria is a racist name. The word Nigeria is racism. I remember what they did in some other countries like Ghana and other. They were naming them rubbish names. But the consciousness of those people, indigenous people, they came back and said, no, we don't want to answer this name again. So many countries like that. But they stick on this one and manipulated their way because they are perceived British hatred for the Igbos. Even when in 1954, when they wanted to have independence, the British system has to postpone it to allow the North to set in, so that they'll be able to have an ample time to manipulate the Northerners against the South. And even at that, there was killing. What? Pure military affair. And 6 million people. It was precisely as a result of blockade, starvation. If there was no starvation policy by the British, Russia, and all the world power to block Bakassi Peninsula, the war would have continued up to this moment. I can tell you that. Up to till now, until the world decide to do the right thing. But you can see the entire world conspire against just a minor tribe because of crude oil. And that was how 6 million people lost their lives. There's no better story than what I am telling you today. And for that reason, they said, let us go to Aburi. They went to Aburi, a village in Ghana, and a certain resolution was reached. The one who is running away from his hometown now, from his place where he's living, from whether it's Tarabao, Danjumao, whatever they are now, they are running away from it, from their homes, their respective villages. But one couldn't be able to provide competence and leadership. That was what triggered that war. Even at that point, Tochukwu never wanted to go to war. After they went to Aburi, remember, the killing of Igbos in the north has became significant in 1953 for just no cause, no provocation, nothing. Igbos were dominating the ministry with that. Yes, from the beginning, whether you like it or not, Igbos has remained the best setters of Africanism. It's not our fault. That's how it was made. Championing independent sovereignty of African nations, including Nigeria. And in order, even the first so-called tagged Igbo coup was led by an Igbo. But Bangida them and the rest, Buhari them, they learn. Who taught them? But they brought that hatred, it becomes significant. And the only option left was for these people to defend themselves without gun, without nothing. They went into suicide. And before that time, I said it the other time that on daily basis, 5,000 Igbos were being killed on daily basis. On daily basis, 5,000. Yes. And you want the Eastern Military Administrator, head of state at that time, not to take action. Tochukwu took action, went to Abu, seek for peace. But unfortunately, Gowon and his allies sabotaged the Aburi Accord. And that was what led to. Even at that war, I thank God for the children of Philip Effiong, who most of them are still in America, and they are IPOB people, they are IPOB members. I read one of the interviews, a leaked memo of what transpired between Obasanjo and Effiong and those who carried out that ceasefire. And up to this moment, 16 to 17 military civilian president, if there's no Igbo man there. We are calling for secession from Nigeria. The Hausas today are calling for secession from Nigeria. The Yorubas today are calling for secession, the same secession from Nigeria. We are still saying it. We are not Nigerians, as simple as that, because we cannot continue in this impunity. I don't know how you're going to look at it. You know, it's not a do or die affair. It is like Nnamdi Kanu said in the court. Because you saw what happened. Thank God for the knowledge of Judge Omotosho. It was an open trial, and he allowed the whole process so that the world will witness the hatred against the Igbo people in Nigeria. And he struck that case out. That is the first victory for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Mike, today, I tell you the story of those, there's no family in Igbo land, including South and Southeast, that was not touched by that war.
Yeah, you said you lost how many people?
My own grandfather, my grandfather married 3 wives, gave back to 12 children. Out of that 12 children, trained. My grandfather is a king. And you know, the kingship at that time is associated with priesthood. Either you are a great Dibia or something like that. I'm just giving you an insight. But he was able to train them to grade 6 or whatever at that time. And when there was this call of duty, all of them went to war. My father went to war. My father was in Boni Aziz, Uguta. You know Uguta? Anybody know Uguta Lake? The Aziz of Uguta. My father's responsibility at that time was to ferry Biafran soldiers with crayfish, with speedboats, under gun fire attack to Boni. I'm saying it openly. People can watch this video and go and confirm themselves. And I know horrible experiences he shared as a Biafran soldier at that time. The same ISIS with Emeka Omero and them and other. If you look at Emeka Omero and other, when they were on the side of Biafra, that was the ISIS they operated. So those ones now are nowhere to be found. They went to war and never come back. Nobody saw them to this moment. 9 able men, 2/3. And the whole world said we should not mourn those who defended our presence till this moment. We will mourn them, whether federal government like it or not. No, we will.
Of course, there have been several warnings, both from the state levels and federal levels as regards today. And looking at the CP in Anambra, the Commissioner of Police in Anambra, gave a warning, serious warning, that they shouldn't undermine the peace of the nation, all of that. Now, before going into this, let me quickly look at one of the dailies this morning that says the CP warns against undermining national security, the peace of the country. Now, ahead of the illegal, this is what I want to pick. Ahead of the illegal annual day celebration normally being enforced. Look at that statement. Ahead of the illegal celebration of Biafra, that's Biafra Day, normally being enforced throughout the defunct Eastern region today, May 30th. The Commissioner of Police in charge of Anambra State, CP Ikoye, or Tochukwu, pardon my pronunciation, has warned those planning to enforce this year's ceremony to stop it. He warned that his command would not condone any act that threatened national security. Now, let me leave that aside.
You want me
said,
to,
yeah,
you
illegal.
You want me to respond to that?
Okay,
you know,
right.
Nigeria will always see such thing as illegal, but they will not stop it. They cannot be able to stop it from holding, and it is not enforced. Most of these things you see is voluntary, and anybody that says that there should not be Independent Day in Nigeria, then we should stop Biafra Day. If you say there's no Independent Day in Nigeria or Democracy Day, then you have right to stop Biafra Day. I'm telling you that what the CP is trying to say at this point is that it doesn't want people chaos. It doesn't want anarchy. Don't want anybody to be because this is not the first time. You know, it doesn't want chaos. It don't want to be hijacked, whatever, and let people, stay in their homes and mourn over 6 million Igbos that was killed in that war.
Now, I'm still coming back to you, Mr. Femi. Let's quickly go into this. Does suppressing the celebration of Biafra, that day, amount to the violation of freedom of expression and association? Does it?
It doesn't. It doesn't, because in a particular community, there are some things that related to traditions, and there is nothing you can do about it. Since it is the general, the mass population, they are the one that come together and agree upon a particular thing. There is nothing anybody can do about that one. And we cannot tell them how to mourn their fallen hero. He who played the piper dictate the tune. So they are the one that want to mourn, and they are the one that have to, give the strategy. The way they want to mourn their people. So this battle, I don't see it as a battle that federal government can win, because when people decided to stay indoor, they are indoor. There's nothing you can do about that one. You go inside and be dragging them out, and it is normal. It is normal thing that in a society, when people agree on something and they are trying to enforce it, anybody that go against it, of course, sometimes community do the justice to develop human being. That is either they find the person or they give him some kind of judgment. But irrespective of whatever measure they want to, apply to those people that violate those things, it shouldn't cost their life. Because when you are mourning the fallen hero, you are still bent on killing another one by yourself. I don't see any sense in it. I don't see any sense in it that we are mourning our fallen hero because some people, just because some people say maybe I'm sick or I want to go and write WAEC. You now still kill those people. I don't see any justification for that one. It doesn't make any sense. You are adding more figure to the one that has gone as a result of all this, what would they call it? Discrimination in this country. So when you are crying that there is a discrimination against you, then you yourself, you now go inward, go and bring another, discrimination to Kukuma suppress everybody. I don't see any good idea in that.
All right, sir. Sorry, just a few minutes. I'm still going to call you back. Let's make welcome one of our new reviewers on the platform. Your name, sir?
All right, good morning, viewers. My name is Michael Adebayo.
Michael Adebayo. Oh, Michael.
Me too. I'm Michael. I'm a gay friend.
You're welcome on the program this
yeah.
morning.
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. You allotted you signaled that you wanted to contribute this
I want to respond to the point of Onyeze,
Okay.
concerning the issue of Biafra. If I'm to start by saying that what is Biafra? What are we agitating for? In other countries, they are most like Nigeria. Then fought, then disagree, and they come together and agree again. And they stay together and they become one up to date. That is number 1 point. The number 2 point is we present generation. We need to understand something that in this country, Nigeria, we need to tell ourselves positive story, not negative, not something that will be so biased, that will bring up a tussle or a war. Gone are those days. A lot of people are not even there. A lot of people did not participate in the Biafra. Today now, we are still bringing back the messages of what happened then, to separate ourselves, to divide the love. My ship message now to the Easterners, brothers and sisters is, let's forget about the past. Let's move forward. Let's face what we are about to achieve today. Let's tell ourselves a positive news that can eat something good for Nigeria. America is not one, but they stand together as one. Germany, Russia, let's name them. Not just one language.
Well, is it bad for an entity that feels marginalized to succeed from the country?
If you
Is it
feel
wrong
being
to separate from
marginalized,
the country when you feel marginalized?
it's not a crime, but the way and manner how you go about it. It's not all about challenging the government or the authority, the people in power. So if we want to be sincere with ourselves, when we look at the issue of Anambra Kalu, internationally, such thing cannot happen there. It will be penalized heavily. You as an individual, you don't just come up with your own self-decision and say you want to take over the decision of a country or of a government. It will not be accepted or allowed anywhere.
Oh yes, why have you been agitating wrongly?
Yes.
Why have you been challenging the government?
I listened.
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
I listened to the statement from this man. His first question was, "What is Biafra?" That is what he's asking.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's coming from, but that question is what caught my attention. I said, "What is Biafra?" Necessity brought this, what we are seeing today. Is it valuable? Is the phone valuable? The phone came as a result of necessity. There's no tribe in Nigeria that doesn't have identity. Even the people that colonized us said, after 100 years, go and separate. Are you not saying wayo? Are you not saying fraud? The people that said they are masters said after 100 years. But there's a reason why China, Japan, and the rest of Asian countries said they will not speak English. They will not use spoon to eat. Are you saying, okay, no? It's not correct. Let me give you an insight, what is called Biafra. And I stand to be corrected on this platform. There's a guy they call Seth in the Bible. Seth. I'm telling you, it was not Tochukwu that named Biafra. If you don't know, I want to give you an insight, just briefly, before I moved on. It was not Tochukwu that brought Biafra or named Biafra. It was that Nigeria that named Biafra. Go find out from the owner of Silver Bed. Let me educate you why they removed the bite of Biafra and name it bite of Bonny. Van der Poel, the Portuguese explorer that was in charge of Africa at that time, was the person that named the ancient Ethiopian miners that share boundary with Equatorial Guinea. They are still there today. This Lagos you are talking, name Lagos, was brought by the same people. Okay, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? After the death of Abel, a child was born called
Abel in the Bible.
Yes, a child was born called Seth. Seth.
Okay.
Go and find out the first kingdom on earth. The first kingdom on earth. What was it named? Everybody has research. Go and research yourself. Find out. And why the Portuguese decided to name this ISIS Biafra. It is not an Igbo man, bros. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that name is significant to the genealogy of where, of our location. So Biafra has been in existence before the name in the entire North and South Protectorate. Imagine them. Bros, I can tell you, Singapore, Malaysia, didn't they disintegrate? Finland, Norway, Denmark, didn't they move out? Bros, you are happy saying this because maybe, I don't know the angle you're coming from, but I can tell you in honest truth that people that put this contraction together said after 100 years, and we have exceeded 100 years, and the reason for unity is not even there. Every year, every government, every era, you see they call the unity of Nigeria, and they say they are calling for unity, are not united. Bros, to be part of Nigeria is not by force. It is the fundamental enshrined in the international law that the indigenous people, politically, socially, feeling otherwise, have right. You can't tell me that this. But I don't. You should understand that this thing is not by pity or sympathy. This is the reality on ground. Let me tell you why America have 13 colonies. America, United States of America, 13 colonies, made up of 4 tribes. And in that 13 colonies, every colony in America is independent. I want you to understand what they need, why Nigeria must disintegrate. As simple as that. Every state is independent on its autonomous on its own. Have their own police, have their own whatever, run their own government and everything. That gives people sense of belonging. But here in this part of the country, 22 oil wells is owned by one man in the north. All the whole oil wells owned. There's no bros. It doesn't work like that. Because you are eating, you are squeezing other people to feed yourself. He said, "Aluta continua." Bros, it will not continue. This generation, Madinamka did not do anything wrong. Nigeria at a time wanted to secede from British colony. Heaven did not fall. George Washington of America demanded for independence, and they charged him with felony, treasonable charges. This George Washington, heaven did not fall. So anybody that is telling you this should be is suspicious of the reality on ground. That after killing 6 million people, the Fulanis are still killing people in the east, and you say, "Organa lie." It can never happen. Either hook or crook, it will not happen. If you feel comfortable with them, join them now. Is it by force? If you don't see woman they divorce and not marry again, say heaven they fall.
He said it's not by force. It's right to self-determination.
Well, all right. It's not by force to be a Nigerian. That's his own personal view, and it's quite understandable to him. But I want to say the majority of the Indigo, of the Ohanese, of the Igbo Forum, who are the highly strong stakeholder in Nigeria, quite all right. Everybody understand the issue of we want to go. You understand me? But I want to say the highly recognized stakeholder of the Indigo of the Ohanese, you understand me? Those who has to do it in Nigeria, you understand me? They are not acting this way, and they know what it is and what it means to be a Nigerian. They know what it takes and what it means to be in peace and to be in unity, to maintain one love in society, in a country, in a nation. Not to raise up a tussle, to criticize each other, to condemn each other, to wash down a nation, to kill down the strength of or to bring down a pillar of a nation. If you want a freedom or a peace, there are ways and manner how to go about it. I'm not trying to be sentimental.
Which means they've been doing it in the wrong way.
So right? I want to say it's absolutely totally wrong, in a wrong channel. Okay, so it's not a crime for you to have a freedom. It's not a crime for you to call for a freedom. But the way and manner, the momentum, the logic and the strategy that is being applied in demanding for the freedom, in requesting for the freedom, is totally out of what can be.
Mike,
Okay? He is an individual on his own, on his own. But when we talk about the highly stakeholder of your Hanese, of the Igbo Forum, you understand me? Those who matter so much in this country,
that represent the Igbos,
in diaspora, a lot of people knows the truth. Okay, it's not only the Igbos that have been dealt with in Nigeria. There are other tribes, other languages that have been also dealt with, that have been denied of so many things. But we have to talk about the future, how to go about it, and how to achieve our aim and our glory of one nation. And how to achieve this glory of one nation is there must be peace. Among the Igbo, you need to preach to your generation, to your new generation, that there needs to be love between you and the Northerners, there needs to be love between you and the Westerners and the South. You need to share love.
But the preaching has been going on for years. And it's really no meaningful.
For me, I've not come across it. You know, these are things that we need to witness from our leaders, from our elders. It's not that we just sabotage things with tell them fake news, fake history, fake record that will bring war even between the two children of 6 years or 7 years. And 6 years, your people did this to me, your father did this to me, your dad. We need to move forward. We need to move ahead. We need something better. Nigeria needs to be transformed. I don't care, regardless of whatsoever name they have named Nigeria to be. I want to tell you that I'm proud to be a Nigerian. Nigeria is a great country, and Nigeria will be great. Today, tomorrow, Nigeria will be great. Okay? We are not here to fight war. We are not here to raise up a tussle to kill against ourselves or to bring down whatsoever. When I see my fellow Igbo man, I welcome them with our late. We share one water, one drink, one spoon. When I see the Northern man, we welcome them we share one love. You understand me?
In the comment section, people are telling you, is it by force?
Yes.
Somebody told you he
I respond to?
He has the right to separate.
Can I respond
from
to?
The entity
Can I respond to the? Maybe you see that's the problem when people are misformed. It becomes a threat. If you are misformed, if you are half-baked, it becomes a threat. Because if they say sit at home today, both of the governors will sit at home. Which control? But they don't have anything. All these Fulani people, where they where they appoint everywhere with Fulani government. But we are not afraid. Your own people did not die. Did your people die? I'm telling you, you don't know the consequences, the economic consequences, the social consequences of 6 million people in just a small time. The whole world fought for no reason. Well, okay, what did that? Nigeria now move forward. Bros, we have the bros, nine. Right, yes, nine. Bros, listen to me. That's not the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying now. It's not the reason. But what I'm saying now, to that extent, that Nigeria has moved on 54 years after 16 to 17 heads of state and president, no Igbo man. Okay, I can take that to the gutters. Nobody will take that. As simple as that. 16, 17 president, head of state, no Igbo man, say continuity. But nobody gonna do that. Because it's a widespread agenda. Biafra is a widespread agenda. It took Israel 4,000 years to become a nation, and it was championed. Let me tell you, it's not everybody. I can tell you, when the Zionist movement started in Russia, the people that brought Israel back to where it is today started the movement in Russia.
You talked about 54 head of state without.
I said 16 to 17.
17
yes, military and civil. Yes. So what is the big deal?
But I thought election is by voting, not by.
Bros, let me tell you, you can bring that logic and it works.
Is it not by
no,
voting?
Yeah. No, I know.
And currently,
bros,
we have a man that is also trying to contest.
Bro, even if he contests,
I mean a man from that entity.
Bros, that want to. He said he wants to contest.
He want to contest again.
Yeah. Even if he contests and lives after 8 years or 4 years. We are not thinking about now. I think we have come to the era that people have right to literacy. Forget if I just say in Nigeria, investigate now and find out why you have not taken light. Why Nigeria has been in darkness for over 60 years.
I've never heard it in my life. I wrote my WAEC in 2000. I've never heard it in my life in the history of this world that some people international examination taken it with torchlight and lamp. Oh my God! When we were even in the village, it's not happen like that. And let me tell you, if to say after they forced us together,
And the power minister was praising himself.
you say powerless minister,
That was yesterday also.
powerless minister. If to say Nigeria move forward, who will remember Biafra? Nobody. If the first covenant is good, there will be no, room for second one. The first covenant, the second covenant. If Nigeria is moving forward, the war they fight in that year will have been justifiable. But the war they fight that year is not justifiable, and there is no reason for it. No reason to waste about 6 million souls. Biafra lose soul, Nigeria lose souls. Plenty. And up to now, we are still struggling with a country that you've used about 6 million blood to come together, and we have not used to get it right. No.
Telling us you've not benefited anything from
What did that benefit? Which kind of benefit is that? Okay. The only people that benefit, they know them now. No, they know. I don't pay for school.
These are Nigerians.
I pay school fees.
They are Nigerians.
And Nigerians still go to school.
Hands of love to you now. I don't have Nigerians.
Part
of the benefit.
Anybody can do that one. And it's not because they are talking
about government benefits.
They didn't buy it from me.
The basic amenities.
Honestly, it's too poor. Yeah. It's too poor.
Delivery
everywhere.
Of dividends of democracy is what it's talking about. We've not really witnessed it. It's not really experienced it, right?
We have not.
In reality.
But you know one thing. I listened to Obasanjo when Obasanjo came from detention and become the president. If they have maintained the foundation Obasanjo led us at that time, to an extent. Yeah. No, 1999. Okay. Yes. We would have been here. Remember, for Obasanjo to say, New Ribadu, the first EFCC chairman, investigate presidency in Nigeria. And New Ribadu came up with the report. Oga, the money they have looted in Nigeria is enough to build Africa. I'm not the one that said it. Bros, the money they looted in Nigeria is enough to build Africa. But remember, before when I blame Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was calling on Nigeria, giving Nigeria options. Well, I ask my elder brother, I respect a lot, Ayo Adebanjo, over restructuring, regionalism. Nnamdi Kanu started preaching restructuring, regionalism. The same lie Mohammed that said, now we go kidnap Nnamdi Kanu for Kenya. You see what happened in the court. Now, God said, no, be them go kidnap him. No, Mike, you know what I'm telling you? Nigerians are too biased. I can tell you. No, you cannot, because you have the light in your house. Your neighbor does not have light. Say there's light. No, I don't buy into that.
You don't enjoy it.
Yes, everyone.
That's what we call equality.
Please, before I round up, Mr. When you say, there's one thing that I want to bring you to your notice. Let me tell you. You see that clause of 100 years expiration? It doesn't exist. There is no paper that proves it. I just saw it on what that man just did, Lord Lugard, what he just did is not important. They are just looking for a better way to govern Nigeria, not that they glue us, that we must band together. No. No. Thank you. To just different, just to make governance just easy for them. We now make it as a banditry, as if it is God's decision. And Mike, up till now, the leaders themselves, are they not supposed to call for Indigenous Constitutional Conference, where Nigerians will have their own our style of ruling? I said it here. Aburi Accord is the best system that will have ruled this country. Let every region control their resources. If you have national quota, fine. National currency.
I think I agree with Femi on this.
All right, thank you so much, Onyezi. Mr. Femi, I really appreciate you as well. All right, quickly we have many people on ground this morning. We need to take them. Mr. Olajide, you're welcome on the program.
I'm saying good morning, global viewers all over the world. Welcome to Global System. And those who are appreciating us, may God bless you. Global Anchorman, CEO of Global System, you are most welcome. I remain your global analyst, Mr. Olajide. May God bless you. Stay tuned to the platform.
All right, Mr. Vincent. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. I want to say very big good morning to our esteemed viewers globally, and most importantly, our ardent viewer that has always remained so consistent. I say good morning to you all because it's a brand new day.
All right, Biafra Day celebration, May 2025. There are diverse reactions to the celebration that is going on. But the question I want to ask now that is bothering the minds of many Nigerians is that should they go to the extent of locking down the Southeast because of celebration of Biafra?
You see, I want to start from here. Change can be gotten on two props. It's either it is planned or it is forced. We have a planned change and we have a forced change. You understand? And if the people that are mounting that Biafra, how much of those props have they taken into their consciousness? Whether they are going to follow the path of planned or they are going to force the path of change, of force. And I want to also bring you to one thing is that you recall, I want to take you down memory lane. Part of Southern Cameroon was formerly part of Nigeria. How did they later expunge themselves from the entity called Nigeria and later became part of Cameroon? Was it forced or was it planned? I want to take it from there because whenever we are all students of history. There is one thing that I will say that if you must dialogue, you don't dialogue out of fear. You dialogue with some kind of reasonability of engagement. I don't believe that grandstanding or being belligerent can bring anything concrete out of any kind of meeting, except you have to use dialogue and compromise as a veritable tools of engagement. That is my take on that. Then Biafra as a nation, there's no, because everybody can, there's no entity that cannot self-determine so long you take the right path. Not by trying to be sensational about it or trying to cause kind of a confusion. I believe that even Tochukwu that started it which later drew Nigeria into war. You could see what happened at the end of the day. And I want to believe that more of the progenitor of all these struggles, how really committed to that struggle, which they proclaim that that they are doing. Then you continue to wonder why a lot of people have been lost. Check the program that happened in 1967. A lot of people died, thousands. These are talent. These are human resources that could have even added to the value of this nation called Nigeria, because of senseless killing, problem, ethnicity, all manners of things. I'm not saying that to call for self-determination is bad, but it should be taken under a very good light. And let me just let my second also say so.
All right, Mr. Olajide.
Yes,
once again, this is a day the Igbos don't joke with. They don't play with it at all.
Yes.
And the federal government is making it known to us that it's an illegal celebration. It's an illegal day. But to you, what kind of day is a Biafra Day?
Mr. Mike, Nigeria concerns itself with African Charter of Right of Human Rights. African Charter of Human Rights. Even United Nations Charter of Human Rights makes it clear that every individual has a right to self-determination. Yes. It's enshrined in Nigeria constitution that this individual is self-determined. Until we all agree together and elect somebody on our behalf to manage our affairs on our behalf. Otherwise, individual is self-determined. So there's a self-determination for everybody. And so if 2 or 3 people in section of this country, they are called Igbos also, says that they want to be self-determining their rulership. It's within the law of the land, particularly when they are willingly subscribing to it, when they willingly subscribe to that provision of that law that says we 2, 3, 4, 5 people want to subscribe, we want to self-determine ourselves. It's a law. It's ensured with the constitution of the right of the land. So if Igbos are saying within Nigeria entity that we want self-determination of particular nature, of course the country has a right to listen to them. You can only appeal to them that look, present the advantages of what they are in if they coexist with other tribes in the country. That's what they're supposed to do. Present larger interest they will benefit if they remain in an entity called Nigeria of a bigger size than going separately on their own. And if they so choose that they don't want to go, they don't want to remain again, then the best the government of the day can do is to convene a referendum for them. We saw what happened in Scotland by 5 or 6 years ago when the Scots said they want to leave United Kingdom. The government of the British government, I think was under conservative party that lost election recently, conducted a referendum for Scottish. There are the people who said no, we want to remain in the United Kingdom. At numbers, the people who said we want to go, and they remain in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom government did not roll out armed tanks against the Scottish people in the Scotland and those ones in London. They simply hearkened to their demand. We want self-determination. What did they do? Referendum was conducted. Those who had no have their way. Those who have say that no, they agreed and they remain in United Nations. So that's what Nigerian government is supposed to have done, and not to roll out armed tank and be suppressing them. Look, no, God does not approve domination. God who created us did not create us as robots. He created us with free will and power to make choice. That means He gives us the right to choose or not. So we have the right to choose or not. So anybody trying to dominate others, holding them down, hold them by coercion, it's an evil that will not last, that will crumble, that will die, that will break up into pieces. I'm a man. I must tell you how this thing works. Biafrans, Igbos have a right to self-determination, like I said. And if government could not persuade them not to stay within Nigeria, conduct a referendum for them. I just started an example of Scotland. If those who says they should go at numbers, then allow them to go. When Britain itself wanted to exit EU, European Union, what did they do? They conduct a referendum. Those British citizens says leave European Union. What happened? They outnumbered those who say no, and they left EU. Britain is no longer a member of EU now. So that's what Nigerian government is supposed to do. But because of the kind of people we have in government, they are not the people that we brought to the government by our vote. They are impostors. They are people who walk their way to the power by pride of God, by suppression, by coercion, by intimidation, by murdering people to get to power. They have no listening yet to whatever we demand from them. They are not, they don't listen to us. They do whatever they like because they know we are not there. We are not instrument that brought them to office of power. Otherwise, but in states whereby people who are tempered by virtue of people, they listen to people. So Biafra has a right to observe whatsoever they call their Biafran Day. It's within the shrine of the constitution of every law of the land. Yes. African that they have a right to self-determination, and once they willingly subscribe to it, it's within their right to do that. Only what I've not advised them is that those of them in Igbo who says I'm not part of it, they should respect their view. They should not be killing them and saying you are enforcing it. There's also enforcement. It's your right. If I say I have a right, you have a right. If I say I don't have a right, if you say I don't, I'm not. You're allowing me to work.
This is an instruction that feels marginalized, and in any way they're not giving up on this struggle for.
Yes.
Now, is the government addressing the underlying issues that brought up this agitation?
You see, Mike, I want to say one thing now. The government of the day, or successive government, before
successive one and the government
of the now.
Look at what Onyeji said the other time.
What did he say?
That leaders that have ruled this country, that we can't find Igbos among them. Are you getting me, sir? So, looking at what he said, he also feels marginalized.
Yes, everybody will feel marginalized.
So, but is the government addressing the issue that brought about this agitation?
Let me take you. Let me come with this notice. Look under this President Ahmed Bola Tinubu regime. All the appointments, all the key appointments, about 17 key appointments, and yes, made. They are being taken up by people from a particular extraction. That's the Yorubas. I can continue to mention names. You understand? But other people too will feel that they have been shortchanged too. They will cry out that they have been marginalized. It's not only Igbos. When people continue to mount Biafra, where does it even start? Where does it end? You see some people that are even neophyte that don't even know what is happening. All because they are riding on emotions. They say they support that cause, without even knowing the nitty-gritty of what will really make them to be member of that struggle. And moreover, a case in point I want you to understand is that the Biafra struggle, apart from Ojukwu that started it, then after Ojukwu, then there was a body called Masop. Masop, led by Uwazirike, he started it. But where is Uwazirike now in the entire calculus of this struggle? Then later, IPOP came. We have all manners of, we have Indigbo, Ohanese Indigbo Forum too, also trying to carve a niche for themselves. But I want to say that they can marry all these groups together and come as one, so that it will give a better voice to this struggle, instead of having all these divisions among the whole lot that come from that extraction. I want to believe that any struggle that is what is sought has to be calculative. I mentioned earlier before that for any change to happen, it is either planned or forced. Those are the two props upon which a change can happen. And if it is not planned, it's bound to fail. If you use force, you can imagine what will be the outcome. You will lose on the other side. I will also lose on the other side. Only God can tell what will be the outcome. Because I want to believe that when people continue to mount it, because they are only trying to rest on their emotions. It's not about combustible emotion that you are not getting the right deal. I myself inside this country, am I getting the right deal? I'm not getting the right deal.
All right, to the comment section, I have many comments here. Yeah. Don't know where to start from, but I try my personal best to read these comments. All right, the Igbos elders, the Igbos elders knew the consequences of all Biafran gragra by some Igbos miscreants and stayed away from it. This is coming from Nigeria, Bello. On to the next one, we have Antnam. Igbos want to leave. We want to help them leave. Now they are crying. Confusion everywhere. All right, sir, not your wicked politician. There is no peace. Okay, this is somebody who has been over. On to the next one. Okay. My brother, God bless. May God bless you. Tell that man who said we are doing it the wrong way. Okay. This is for Onyeze and Mr. Michael, the other person. Okay, Jobi. Mr. Mike, please, can you ask all people here saying that we should do it in the right direction? Can they tell us how we are going to do it? Okay.
I just gave a sample of my when I started this intro. I did mention that Southern Cameroon was part of Nigeria before. Did they go to war before they later opted out of Nigeria firmament and later become part of Cameroon? You understand? When you look, it's totally different because they did not bear arms because it was conducted under plebiscite. You understand? And they made a choice. They were being given a choice to make. But in this scenario now, how can people that are mounting Biafra be working across purposes? We have Masop, we have IPOP, we have Ohanese Indigbo, we have all these things. How can that struggle be, see the light of the day? If they can marry all their differences together and come as one, I believe they can make a very, very way forward in achieving their goals.
All right, Emmanuel Adindu, we must lobby other ethnic groups to support the division of Nigeria. Even if Peter Obi becomes president, it may even be worse because of the structure of the country.
Yes, that man who spoke, he has just spoken rightly. It's a pity I was not engaged with Onyezi.
Okay.
I've let him know that Politics is about it's about bridge building. Yes. Buhari, he contested for 3 times. He won Northwest vote. But he couldn't become a president. He couldn't become a president because the constitutional statutory provision that he must become a president must spread is not just on total vote. That it talks about spread until he stretched a hand of fellowship across the bridge to the south before he was able to get a winning vote. Igbo must learn on how to build a policy of bridge building across ethnic nationalities. That like I thank God for that commentator who make that comment. Yeah, that they have to work with other communities, other indigenous communities in Nigeria. Igbo must learn that politics is not about isolation. It's all about inclusion, not exclusion, not a solitary matter. You must learn how to begin to make friends with people. The advantage of that, Yoruba is my permanent enemy, and they betray me. Okay, remain in that position. Yoruba will be happy that way, other will be happy that way. So you must learn on how to build
All right,
politically, and then.
I need to speed up. Because of the messages.
Okay.
We still have people that want to talk. Okay. This is coming from Udeze Chima. Michael want this Antunam to stop insulting the Igbos. Otherwise, I will respond to him. I'm just respecting you so far, bro.
Who's that? Who's the person?
Antunam, please. We need their forum. Yeah, please let us respect people's opinion. On the comment section, please, let us maintain the forum. Let us respect each other's views on the comment section. Thank you so much, Udeze Chima, for calling my attention to that. On to the next one. Let me see what is happening up there. Okay, this is from Udeze Chima. Those people asking Igbos to leave Lagos are miscreants. Who doesn't have any stone in Lagos? Okay, we have Gladys Oyato was saying good morning. Thank you for joining us. Okay, moving down to another person here. Mike, today I closed my shop happily because of Biafra Day. This is coming from Joe Big. There are people that are happy to celebrate this day, Mr. Vincent. Now, moving on to another one. Many messages that I can't.
So many.
All right, Lagos has been around and booming when British found Igbos in the dash. Okay, moving on to another one. Okay, we still have many messages. I will keep an eye on those messages.
Yes, can't read everything. Yes.
You see, Mike, I've said it before. I will continue to say it. There is when you want to dialogue over any particular issue, you don't dialogue out of fear.
Yes.
You should come out with a frame mind that okay, you are going to a discussion over a particular issue without having that fear. Because that fear itself in you is already a defeatist emblem. I want to believe that every person as enshrined in the Constitution can self-determine, so long you follow the process well. I mentioned that for a change to happen, it has to be planned or forced. And if must be planned, you have to take all the necessary points into cognizance to be able to use as a kind of a tool of your engagement.
Mr. Vincent, when Mandela was fighting for South African independence, many were against him.
Yes, if you want me to come to South Africa, when Mandela was fighting, many were against him, but he kept on. But many too were very much with him. That is why he came and won, because under ANC, there are other bodies too. But ANC was the largest platform in South Africa as a then, and everybody queuing. Unlike this Biafra issue now, we have Masop, we have Ohaneze Edibo, we have this thing, we have ABOB. They are all working across purposes. That is my take, and that is my pain. If they have aligned, I told you that for anything, even in political amphitheater, if you don't use the key word of alignment and realignment, it's going to fail. And that is what it happens. That is what happens in every other things too. When determination, look what is happening in Spain. Barcelona want to opt out of Spain, and see the way they are going about it. They did not bear arms. They are going about it blandly, and I know sooner or later they will arrive at that point. I don't see why we should be doing everything the other way around. I'm not against self-determination. I've always been that anything that if a change can only beckon when the outcome is not gotten. You understand? If the outcome of a thing cannot be arrived at, then change is imminent. That is how it's supposed to be.
All right, Frank, out of seeing different groups while fighting for freedom is normal, so it's not new.
Yes, yes. You see what happens is it's not new that groups who are fighting for identification, self-determination, like I agree with my co-speaker that they need to put their whole acts together in one, not at in one place, in one front, not working across purposes, not because in Igbo land, the elders of Igbo land, the people that matter in Igbo land, they are not supporting Biafra. They see the people coming to come and overtake them, take over government from them, and displace them from power, from prominence, from so this one, they have to understand that they also have internal enemy that fight against the realization of this Igbo agenda, because people like who make sure that this thing must be done, they are not in support of. People who are very rich, they are not in support of it. So they until they are able to override the interest of their people who are against it. No, of course I expect that I won't expect 100% support of the whole cause. But let there be overwhelming majority of the masses that are taking the bull by the horn and champion the cause above the interest of the few. It is them they can have and then work across purpose. Don't work across purposes. Work in unison to arrive at your point.
Right. You see, let me just a case in point also. You remember this when these NSAS of the team came on board, because the starting was okay. Everybody embraced it with all the intent of trying to say no to this bullying, this grandstanding from the policemen and all the uniform men. But in the course of it, it was hijacked by some hoodlums. And that is what I'm only after. And army came and fired some. Today is history. Then what of the lives of those people that the lives of those people were lost during that struggle? They are gone forever. They cannot be come back to this world again. Right, so that is my take.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. All right, Mr. Kule and gentlemen, Mike, you're welcome on the program this
morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning to be here again, and thank God for life.
All right, quickly to the Biafra Day issue. We have been discussing at this time this morning. If it is enshrined in the Constitution that the people have the right to self-determination, freedom of expression, freedom to associate, and all of that, why is the Nigerian government, deploying military forces in civilian areas on Biafra Day?
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. But I will say, let us have a 1 minute silence for the departed Biafra, the souls, and some the ones from the southwest too, the likes of Adekule Banjo and Adekule Fajuyi, which are really in his support, who happens to be Ojukwu Halai then. I think 1 minute silence would be very okay for those dead people from the Biafra and from the other side. They're so rest in perfect peace. Yes.
All right, I just asked you a question.
Yeah, so back to the questions now. You see, how Biafra came to be happens to be an Hego battle between Ojukwu and Gowon. Because when Ojukwu came in from, Oxford University, he was enlisted. He enlisted himself into the military. But he saw a lot of malpractices that was going on. As of then, I think Gowon was the senior, which was not ought to be, because Gowon just went to a secondary school then. I think he later educated himself when he got to that power. And you can remember, that was when now he went to London to educated himself more. You see, the superiority powers in which all of them engage on was what brought this. We wouldn't have any deadly Biafra war we had then. And I think a lot of them have learned their mistakes, the two of them. And that was why now you see Gowon always, elongating Nigerian prey, because he himself had realized that they fought a senseless war. And to talk about it, when they are remembering people, that's the issues of the Southeast now. When you are people, as Adekule Banjo, that happens to be a Western man, as his name might even be mentioned as hero of Biafra, as Adekule Fajuyi, as his name has ever been mentioned as hero of Biafra. I can say, you see, we all need to embrace ourselves, and we all need to make friends likewise. The Biafra war issues is quite unfortunate that the non-state actors, the new generations of the Igbos, is what the leaders want them to hear, is what they will hear. You see, the bitterness of the nation that time was, there was a time that the military hierarchy, they came up that they need to eradicate some of the people that are really troubling their system that time. What happened? They pull out the soldiers, and the soldiers, they located to regions. They got to southwest, yeah. They kill Akitola and one other top notch that happens that was a placeholder when Awolowo went to contest for presidency. And they killed those guys, and they not too. They killed some of them. They killed Tafawa Balewa. They killed. But when they got to the southeast, the leaders has been informed, already that they have to take, they have to take a leave. That there's so. I think that one alone was a bitter, message for the north and some south. Like me, it's a bitter message for the west too, because it was only the southeast that just tip is their people that they have to take. This is so they just send out the instantly. That still contributed to the problem we are facing till now. Now I think we ought to have bent the differences and come as one, and which we have already done. And I can say in the government of the President Tinubu now, they are saying he's bringing Yoruba into his cabinet. I think those are his key core cabinets. He has to bring the people he trusts. And under Jonathan, you could see the Southeast benefited a lot under Jonathan. They occupy majority of the juicy powers, juicy seats, positions in that place. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. I think some people, the people that are contrary, that are complaining about that, they should go back to their archive and see it has been a successive agenda of the successive government that has been on power. You see, Buhari came in, his people surrounded him. Jonathan came in, the southeast people and the south people surrounded him. Where will you put the place of what's it called? This lady that this lady that was minister for, I think it was minister for, it was in charge of the oil then. The Zianin. So a lot of things, atrocity has been happening because the constitution that's supposed to bind us is not really working, and they have a deceptive constitution. So anybody can, just bring in any policy is like, and without any constitution backing him up. So to me, let the Biafra issue rest, because even Tochukwu himself, when he was about to be elected Bijan, because what they gave to him under the Shagari regime that time, they gave him that condition that there will be no more Biafra if we want to give you what's it called, the autonomy to come back to the country and pardon you for the issues of the Biafra. And he accepted all those conditions, and he came. Tochukwu said there was no more Biafra, and he joined MPN, National Party of Nigeria, there, in which Shagari and Ekweme contested under. So I think we should now try and wake the baby alive again.
All right, gentleman, Mike, come closer a bit. All right, you all know that the significance of today, and looking at it very well. Many have spoken, likes of Onyeze, Mr. Femi, all. But as a Nigerian, who also, I'm not saying you are part of that entity, but as a Nigerian, does this day make any meaning to you? Does it make any meaning to you? And apart from that, is the call for Biafra, is the call for separation by Biafrans a valid one? Is it a valid one? And is it possible for the Biafrans to still actualize this dream?
Yeah, thank you, Adekunle Michael. First, let me join the millions of Igbo extractions across as they have chosen this day to celebrate and perhaps reflect on the Biafran project. I joined them in their celebration. They have the right to so do. They are reflecting on what has happened in the past, celebrating their heroes, both the ones that they lost and the ones that are still with us. So I joined them in that celebration, even as they look forward to the pursuit of that which they believed in. I joined them in the celebration. Secondly, I also want to state that as of today, the Nigerian Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, do not have any place for self-determination as we speak. And perhaps that will always be the reason why this Nigerian state has not given a right signal as to the celebration or the observation of anything Biafra. However, there is Article 20 of African Charter on Human and People's Rights, of which Nigeria is a signatory to it. That makes it binding on Nigeria to respect that particular provision. Article 20 is clear, gives credence to self-determination, that a people can choose to go their separate ways, and the procedures can be followed, and that can make happen, or that can be allowed to happen under that because Nigeria is a signatory, so it's binding on us to respect it anytime we see a particular people moving in that direction. So as to your question in terms of what disposition should people give, or what is my perspective as to that celebration or that program, see, you cannot force a people to be together. It's like marriage. There shouldn't be anything forceful in marriage. It's no longer marriage. It should be by consent. The people involved should decide to be together. Amos 3:3 said, "Can two work together except they agree?" So agreement becomes the basis of people being together. So when people no longer agree in a relationship, in a union, be it as individual or as a nation, then the onus is on the parties involved to listen to each other. If there could still be effort to convince the other party, no, let us be together in this relationship. But when conviction fails, I think there should be provision for people to go their separate ways. Then forceful about being together. There should be nothing forceful about marriage, as it were. So, as a nation, what are you afraid of? If you are playing your role, and that is why our leaders must listen. That is why our leaders must be sensitive. This nation cannot be put together by coercion. This nation cannot be put together by the use of military. Beyond that, you must listen. What is causing agitation? Why do people want to go their separate ways? Why is this question coming at this time? These are critical questions that our leaders must listen to. When a nation begin to play down equity, when a nation begin to play down fairness, when a nation begin to play down justice, you are already breathing the ground for separation. What brings people together is sense of inclusion, sense of belonging, that I am part of this project. My interest is also covered in this project, in this program. That is when people naturally flow in a union. It is not by coercion. It is not by forceful putting together of the people.
Now, don't you think the federal government has done enough to integrate the Southeast into their national framework. You heard what Mr. Kule said of recent, that during Jonathan's administration, the Igbos enjoyed juicy positions. I think he said that just a few minutes ago, that the Igbos enjoyed juicy. Don't you think the government has done well in terms of integrating them into national framework?
See, beyond the political class, when you are talking about the entire Igbo nation, you don't limit it to the political class.
Okay.
Politicians speak the same language, irrespective of their ethnic background. They have a common front, especially in our society where there is no politics of interest, there is no politics of vision. There are few visionary politicians. People just look at where can I grab things and move. When you are dealing with such set of people, you don't assume that they have the interests of the people at heart. So there's the political class of the Igbo extraction must not be assumed to be speaking or doing what the entire Igbo nation really wants. So we must be able to, politicians are playing their game, irrespective of where they come from. Separate it and look down into the activities of the political class from the eastern region. Are they really for the people? Are they listening to their people? Are they in line with what their people, the agenda that their people are pursuing in terms of, see, nobody really cares about who is leading if things are moving the way it should, and that is what we must come to terms with. People will pay less attention to who is in our climb, maybe Aso Rock. People will pay less attention if things are working. The economy is going well, security is fine, education is okay, and all of that. People care less. People care less about who is there. But the moment there is a shortfall, the moment there is a gap as to, the moment there is a disconnect between the leadership and the followership, then people begin to ask questions. Is it because it is not our guy that is there? That is what breeds those things. So leaders must, the moment are done with politics, the moment you become the leader of maybe the country or the state, you play less of politics and do more of governance. And that is when people can begin to have a sense of belonging, that no, I am part of this project. My interest is being protected. When you hear that an average American will wake up in the morning and say, God bless America, he's not saying it on empty stomach. No. He's not saying it when there is blackout. No. He's saying it because he knows that the government also care about him, despite the fact that he's not a political person. It's not the political class.
Mr. Kule, is the current administration working towards addressing the grievances of Igbos? You just made mention of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration. You said they enjoyed well. They enjoyed juicy positions. What about this current administration?
Pardon me, to even track back. All of us enjoy this country. There was a time the Igbo occupied majority of the seats, juicy seats in this country, except people want to be economical with the truth, right? Let's place the facts on ground. The Igbo enjoyed majority of the largest of this country. So what are we now saying? And as it is now, the Igbo are still in Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government, holding juicy position. The most juicy position you can talk of within that cabinet is the juicy position of Minister for Works, in which the former governor of Ebonyi State is occupying now. Yes, his budget is more of trillions. And when you now talk of the non-state actors, you see the problem is this disconnect of the elders from the new generation Igbos. I have Igbos as friends. When we sit down, they don't even dare talk about Biafra. They march on, they move on. It's only a jobless person. It's only, I can say, a jobless man that will still be referring. The Pharaoh we saw yesterday, we shall see them no more. Yes, no, it's not wrong. You see, it has happened. The Biafra has happened. It has happened, right? Let us bury the whole issue and start on
the that is fighting for Biafra.
No. Yes,
Freedom is he a jobless person?
Nnamdi Kanu himself is atrocity. If you start dishing it out, you see, when you want to come to a table, come with a clean hand. Who is coming with a clean hand among them now? Let's say it. Who is coming? Is Nnamdi Kanu coming with a clean hand with the classified information that Nnamdi Kanu said against this country, against the Lagos land itself, with the classified information? Some people will be sitting down there, this is Nnamdi Kanu, this I hate. But himself, if you want to come to a table, come with a clean hand. Why are they holding him for now? So the Nnamdi Kanu, don't even bring it. It's going to be a political settlement as it is. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, every one of us will destroy this country together. We still have to stay in this country. Although the agitation will still be going, they've all gone to UN. Southeast went to the UN. The South under Banji, Professor Banji Akintoye, they've submitted the referendum to the UN that okay, and what the referendum carry under the UN constitution was us a nation stayed for 100 years and there was no progress. They are allowed to secede from that nation. And you see, we are not the only victim. Catalonia is trying. They have been trying their best. That's Catalonia under the Barcelona state. They have been trying their best, but up to now, but they don't go through it violently. What they just do, there was always a day they wave their flag that we are Catalonia, we are not part of Spain any longer, and they don't make it violent. And that's the problem we're having with the agitation here and the other agitation we've been seeing on ground.
All right,
it's more violence.
Let me go to the comment section. Andrew Ogunjimi, I think he has provided a solution to this. Igbos should be allowed to be president to ease the tension of Biafra agitation, and if they don't want them to be president, then allow them go.
Sorry, Andrew.
I think that's the major problem.
Andrew Ogunjimi should know that the politics is not a la carte. You have to walk your way. They don't dash people seats. Yeah. They don't dash you that seat of power. Yes, seat of power. They don't dash people. You have to walk your way. Yes, you walk it out. That's get your people around, embrace people,
and that's what Peter Obi is doing. Now.
That's what he's doing. Thank God for Obi doing that. Thank God for Obi doing that. You just believe politics is a la carte. They will just prepare food for you. Oh, yeah, come and eat the food where you don't contribute, much of your energy into it, right? So you think the Southeast, they would not sit down in the region there and be expecting the people, the state actors to dash them down their presidency. That is the movement Obi is doing now, and that is the alliance some of the Southeast state actors are doing now. But instead of the youth, the Gen Z now to support them, detach away from. So togetherness we stand, divided we fall.
All right, today I'm fighting for Biafra, and I have a job that pays me in 7 digits. You earn more than me, Mr. Kunle. Yeah. This is today's Ichima on this.
I don't want to even know.
You called some of the people fighting for the freedom for Biafra. You call them jobless.
I'm talking of the youth on the streets. The youth on the is there. If it's there, it's there. What contribution has it made to the Biafra?
He's fighting.
Has he fighting from where? In Spain or Italy? Yeah. If Berlusconi or what's it called, or one of these top leaders catch him, you see, Odeze, walk your talk. Come to Nigeria and support the Biafra. Don't just sitting down on the glass house and start throwing stones back to here, man. Come over to Nigeria and let us see your, impact on these agitations. Don't just tell me you own 7 digits. If you own 7 digits, it's for your pocket. You are holding it. What help have you rendered for the people on the streets that are fighting this agitation? Or what advice have you given to them? Come home and join the wagon, and we can see that you are really Biafra. But
all right, you guys, you keep calling Igbo this, Igbo that, and you keep drowning in Nigeria. This is coming from Kingsley Smith, all the way from United Kingdom. All right, we have Catalonians are different because Spanish government does send militaries to buy them for agitating for their freedom. This is coming from Nkiruka only. All right, Tinubu -- and certificate -- is president, what kind of country is this? This is coming from Slesong. Ebenezer Godson, Mr. Kule, if you show me physical 5-5K, I will give you 100K now. Mr. Kule, if you show me physical 5K.
Physical 5K.
That's a challenge.
That's a challenge to me. I should bring 5K for him. I can bring 5K. Let me flash 5K down now. 5K. I will give it to him now. I will give him 5K where I get for hand
You
now.
don't need it. You don't need it.
See, my brother, this is 5K on me now. 5,000. So this is 5,000. So don't say what you can't do, right? Don't say anything to mock. You are trying to mock me. So
okay.
this is 5K, right?
It's just
So,
cracking joke.
no, that joke is too expensive to crack, man. So to me,
It may not be expensive. Don't be surprised that he will send that 100,000 naira to you.
let him. You say a lot. I don't know. Let's just stay up there. You say, we know
Controversial
the people. We know the people. They say empty barrel don't make noise. Empty barrel is not empty barrel that make noise. That's just one thing I know.
Thank you.
This age we have now, we don't need to be deceived at this age. But this country we have, we all have to sit down on the round table and see how we can.
They are just trying to wind me. Somebody is saying, Kule, bring 30K.
No, now 100K I go.
They said the money is not up to 5K. Kule. Okay, maybe you need to count it.
700K.
No, you need to raise it up.
1, 2, 3, 4,
we still continue to
5, 6,
make jest of you.
7, 8, 9, 10. That's 100K.
That's 10K.
Thank you. I don't go far to like that. That's 10K.
Which means you need that 100K.
I need that 100K. Need that 100K call. Every now you want to take money, they can't have it. I don't get money. But anyway, you want to take the money to mess me up, you should.
So you tackle our viewers now.
Now they tackle me now.
You don't pass 5K.
They can't have viewers.
Then they counter me, all because the dimension they are coming from, they don't want to hear my truth. And the truth is bitter. We have to tell ourselves the truth. And I still keep saying, this Nigeria, we all spoil it. We all have to,
it's just obvious that the viewers love you. They love you. And they like seeing you on the platform. I think you make them happy.
I like that.
You make them happy.
About the Southeast, the president, just give it to that man, please. For God's sake. That man, he has tried more than any other successive government in power. He has given the Southeast economical development, funds for them to rebuild what has been lost. And again, no, you don't go home. I just came back. From Osun. I just came back from Osun. When last do you go home? When you get home, do you always do investigative, engagements? Okay. What is going on in your town? You don't even know that the Southeast is as good as the way they were. They were good. Better up this time around than the way they have.
See the place I want to enter you now. First time you said that people that Jutem Biafra is a jobless people. Yes. Okay, let me agree with you. We are a jobless people. But we have more than billionaires, the Biafra in the diaspora in Nigeria here, including this Lagos state here. You are seeing they are fighting for agitation of Biafra, to fight for common man like me to see light in Africa.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm coming now.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me one of your governors or your presidents in Nigeria who can come outside here and fight for common man like you.
Is Biafra, what's it called, Ojukwu wife. Is it fighting for Biafra? What's it called? Biafra.
Listen, the problem we have. No, let me tell you what Mr. Kule, listen. Do you know problem we have? Do you know problem we have? Do you know problem we have? The problem we have here now, you live the reality, you are fighting the shadow.
The Biafra has gone
and
buried.
The Biafra
has come and buried. We are now buried in the sense that the state actors that even brought up this Biafra, which was the Ojukwu, said there is no more Biafra. I was watching the NTA.
Is it the Ojukwu the Biafra?
So
is it Ojukwu?
Who brought it? Who was the face?
Is it only Ojukwu? Is it only Ojukwu to fight Biafra?
Who was the face of the Biafra?
Ojukwu is just a one person.
Who was the face? Who was the leader? Who was the face?
Ojukwu is just one person.
You can't tell me.
You cannot use the listen. See, let me tell one thing. Let me go this currently now. When Nigeria arrest Martin Nnamdi Kanu, what happened? The millions of Biafra rise up. There is Samanipa in the Finland rise up, and many of them in the Finland, in the diaspora, and in Nigeria rise up. You cannot say because of one person and say that Biafra is that gone.
Yes,
Samanipa is a free man.
He's a free man.
Yes, and Nnamdi Kanu is a free man.
Nnamdi Kanu is a free man.
He's a free man.
I'm sorry for this man. Nnamdi Kanu.
I'm telling you the reality. Trial for who?
They are still in Kuje.
Trial for who?
What did he do to face him?
What the Nnamdi Kanu do is a fighting trial.
See, what has been buried
He
already.
was kidnapped.
You don't need to reawake it.
What
Bianca is Bianca agitating. That happens to be the wife of the Ojukwu itself. Is he agitating for Biafra?
Why may Biafra start this? Listen, the first assignment, Mr. Mike, problem Nigeria is having, or what we have agitation of Biafrans, what Nigeria is supposed to do for the citizen. Nigeria did what? It deny everything for the citizen. Now, let me use current president now, or past president, former president Muhammadu Buhari, and current president Ahmed Tinubu. Now, many years everybody were fighting that no food, no electricity, no house, no light, no water. Did the Nigeria government or the president or the governor fulfill what make the Biafrans say they want to leave Nigeria? If you can answer me that question now, if you answer me that question, one of them, and in reality, address of the issue of feel one of this impact, what make Biafra want to go. If you answer me one, my brother, from today, I will deny myself as a Biafra man.
Okay. Number one, the corrections of marginalization of the Southeast, who have 5 states instead of 6 states. They are even having 7 now.
Which states? I mentioned it.
Go home. You don't go.
No, you are the one that said 5. Mention the states.
Abia is being split. It's going to be split into 2 now. Yeah.
No, listen, Mr. Gulia.
And the president, he has taken a step. He has started a step already. See, when they don't go home,
he didn't do anything.
See, the president has started the process, and he has given you Economic Development Commission that it will take care of the development of what's it called, the Southeast, what they have been cheated of, what they have neglected them for.
Mr. Akule, what I asked you, he didn't answer even one question.
The question you asked,
the simple question I asked you,
what is
he didn't answer one.
What's the question?
He said, as the Nigerian government, have they addressed the issues that brought about this agitation?
The agitation of Biafra. Ojukwu has addressed it, that Biafra is gone. There's no more Biafra. There's no more Biafra. That was under the Shagari and Ekweme. When he came back from Cote d'Ivoire.
Greeting to our viewers. My name is Asa Okoro. Yeah, you see, I love what one man just said here. He said, had it been that government of Nigeria have ever addressed in a proper way the issue of agitation, had it been that Igbos have been treated normally as they should be treated, that nobody would have talked about Biafra today. And what he said is true. I appreciate all of you. I'm a flexible person. You are talking about things that cause agitation. There is no seaport in the east that called a great seaport through which Igbos can import their goods. Till today, they will ride 1,000 miles away, 100 miles away from east to Apapa to clear their goods. East is very well isolated and, will I say, marginalized. That one is true. I'm surprised that a person who is not agitating for Biafra, who is not even concerned, too much concerned, will come and talk on behalf of Biafra. Mr. Mike, imagine, I lost my mother, and you will come and tell me how to cry. I'm the person feeling the pain, and the person who knows what my mother is for me and how to cry my mother. And people are advising Igbos who lost their heroes. You should have taken this day. You should have called cultural dance. You should have called musicians, dance and celebrate, enjoy yourself. When you are crying 6 millions of Igbo people who were murdered, when you are crying,
My
you're
brother
falling
was murdered too.
heroes.
Who murdered my brother?
When I know
What are we now saying?
how much
He murdered my
people
brother
I lost
for
in
no-
my
for no
own
reason.
family. Yes, you
no
have
reason.
to cry with us. So come with us together. Let us cry together. Don't teach anybody how to cry. They will cry how they want to cry. And the agitation we are talking about, I'm very surprised. The marginalization continue. The thing is on and on. Why am I saying the marginalization is on?
Thank you, sir.
During Ramadan, Northern gathered together and closed the school. Mr. Mike, you know what is education? They closed the school, prevent children from attending school for more than 4 weeks. Nobody said anything. There is government and there are people in Nigeria. Nobody addressed.
Nigerians criticize that more. We discussed it.
Nobody stopped them. Army did not go there with their gun and say, "What is this? Why are you preventing children from going to school?" No. Nobody was sent there. The great marginalization. People choose one day to cry their foreign heroes, to cry the pain, what they are feeling. And I hear some people say that disturbing economy. That education that was quenched in the north. What did you say about it? So my point of view is that everybody is talking. Yes,
Okay.
you will talk what you feel. You will talk.
All right.
You give your opinion. We are not stopping anybody, but it's not for anybody to tell those people how to cry their fallen heroes. And it's not a person that is marginalized, it's a person that is feeling marginalization. You cannot come and tell me, I will tell you, I lost my father. You come and tell me, it's not anything. Your father is dead, it's not anything. No, I am the one who is concerned.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. As I said, Mr. Thank you. I think you've spoken with Mr. Kunle now.
I want to talk about.
I want to say something. Okay, briefly.
Yeah.
So I can answer Biafra Pastor.
Marginalizing you now.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
today is the special day of the heroes
Okay.
of the Biafrans. All Igbos all over the world, in diaspora, in Nigeria, in Lagos, we need to respect those heroes. At least among the whole Biafra family, none family that will say that they not lost person. Like I lost many people. Now, nobody will tell us how we will take stay today. It's a special day, and our leader, Mazen Nande Kanu, we need to respect him today too, because he's the man that carried that horn and shoulder. All the whole Biafrans, the poor and the rich, Mazen Nande Kanu leave everything as a royal family and come for Nigeria here to make every Biafrans and Africans and the Nigeria to know the importance for each one of us is in this country. And we need to honor and respect Mazen Nande Kanu, and we know that time is coming that Biafra will one day we wake up, we say that may God bless Biafra.
All right. Thank you so much, Lawrence. I really appreciate your contribution this morning. Biafra Pastor, you're welcome on the program.
Good
morning. Oh, yes, you are back.
Yes, I'm back again. I just want to use this opportunity. Lest we forget, whatever reservation anybody have about Biafra, Biafra has become the identity of the Igbo people, the Biafrans. It's an identity. We cannot deny it. Identity found by blood. We cannot deny it.
Somebody said he's dead on arrival.
Yes.
Has been buried.
Yes. You can. Everybody can say that. I remember when Chen Wisman, started saying this movement. A lot of people shut it down. It can never work. But today, it has saved. Today, they have moved from that era. It's no longer possible. Now it is full. And from there will be no Jerusalem. There's no Jerusalem. Boss. No prayer for that, but we are carrying the burden of betrayal from the southwest during the war. That's the fact. But I want to say this clearly, that the family of that boy, Maddox Sherlock, that died in United Nations office in 1967, fought himself well, light himself up in United Nations office, himself ablaze, protesting the wickedness of Britain against the Igbos. Bros, if now only in Awasa, Nigeria, my brother, forget. Bros, if now only them tell Nigeria without any foreign influence, forget. But what we're saying that it can never happen again. Bros, you see, it can never happen again. And anybody that is believing that kind of support will come again, bros, it will not happen. You see, this generation of people who are mourning 6 million Igbos today, are not just doing that for any reason associated with whether Nigeria or non-Nigeria, whether not or not. It is associated with the reality of the war that is unnecessary, that came as a result of incompetence and bad leadership. As simple as that. No, I didn't call you that. I didn't call you on this. You understand? I didn't call you. You can't say that Biafra is dead on arrival. That on Biafra is not dead on arrival. Biafra is cannot be dead. You are the one that is dead on arrival. You are dead on a Biafra. You betrayed the Igbo people in the Biafra. He sold away. Imagine us betrayed him because we are already in a race to conquer everywhere and take over the reality of God. And if you say that Biafra is dead on arrival, your generation is dead on arrival. 6 million bloods of Igbos will be on your head, on the head of your generation. You can never deny the truth. The truth still remains is that it is not by force. It is not by force. You can fucking go to hell and die for whatever you believe in. You don't believe. Plus, you cannot sacrifice 6 million people. I said Biafra is dead on arrival. Why will you say Biafra is dead on arrival? Biafra can never be dead on arrival. That's why the demonic, they can never happen. They cannot happen, and it will not happen. Yes, it can never happen. Biafra can never be dead on arrival. Anybody that says that Biafra is dead on arrival, 6 million blood will be on his head and his generation.
I think what he was
no, bros, I do not call him. When he's talking, I do not call him. You should not intervene. I do not call your name. I do not call your name. I do not call your name. And it is getting to that extent. No, wait. No, I did not call you. I don't call you. You said Biafra is dead on arrival, and I'm telling you that anybody that said that Biafra is dead on arrival, his generation is dead on arrival. Yes, bros, let me tell you, you did not participate in, you did not go to the war. You people were here celebrating, drinking beer. You understand? You don't have anything upstairs. You understand? You don't know the history, and you come to run your mouth because of what. See, I've told you, you are not. You don't know how to. Bros, there was no place. No. Mike, there was no place. This guy doesn't know anything. Bros, there was nowhere Tochukwu said Tochukwu is forgotten. Bring his name. Okay, bring up. Let us bet it. Okay, let us bet it.
am
let us
responsible
pay
for what
this.
he said.
No, wait. I did not call his name. Did I call his name?
No, I said
No,
I.
bro, did I call his
Said
name?
anybody
Does he have any fact to intervene in what I'm talking about? It doesn't. Because you know what I'm telling you, it will get to the extent that I'm telling you, because what I'm saying is that I did not call him. He should not intervene. And this is my last word message to him. Always, you always puncture me, I will puncture you. Yes, if you puncture me, I will puncture you passively. Yes, I'm telling you. Excuse me. You can't come out and say Biafra is dead on arrival. And there's no where Tochukwu said Biafra is dead on arrival. I never see it. So if you manufacture that, because it will get to a point that I get to that level, then I will tell you. No, I'm not putting the blame on you. I didn't call him. He didn't call his name. So you have no right to intervene in my discussion. I've not. Yes, I was invited here. I was invited. No. I was invited here. I was invited here. You can't distract me. I'm not intelligent than him. 200%.
It's okay.
Yes.
Echoed something.
No, Mike. Yeah, you called my attention and I came. I respect you, and that's why I'm here.
Thank you so much.
You understand?
What do you think the government should consider to best answer the questions of Biafrans?
Okay, Mike, a very good question. At this point now, return Nigeria to regionalism. That was what the late Adjuse told Nigerians as at that time. He said, for the sake of identity, listen, for the sake of identity, because I now ask, how can you say I am Igbo man and Igbo is a language? Does it mean I don't have an identity? But do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Give this region under Nigeria or whatever, call them Biafra and let their language be Igbo. Okay.
It's as simple as
John, what you're saying is that regionalism with states or with that state will be factored in within the system. And in the absence of, because if you don't return Nigeria to journalism, the Fulani man who is a killer will still want to capitalize on, I can live everywhere. It is not my region. I can do it. So that if you are coming in with level of restriction, will be checkmated, your background will be checked before we allow you into that region. As simple as that. But Nigeria refused to do it. So, what is your call for that? Nobody listened. Then what you want is that I should sit in my house, my family that have already taken, have been killed up to 6 million, I should still be there and white people are still killing them. Because it can never happen.
Oh, easy. Don't go nowhere. Just stay back after the program.
Yes.
Some cold stuff for you. Okay? Just round it up.
In fact, I want to give God the glory in all. All said and done, today is a special day, a day to remember, a day to reckon with, a day you cannot just throw away. Some persons will just come and speak out of ignorance. My uncle, that is my mom, elder brother, Uncle Jack, died in the process of this civil war.
Wow.
Yeah, people are just talking. They don't know what. Of which, if that man happens to be alive by today, I know that there are some certain, there are people in the family that you will meet that will feel your pains. Irrespective of their position and whom they are. Either that's a military. They serve this country. So as I was saying, today is a day, sorry, to remember. You understand me? And we must remember it because it's we that feel the pains. He that is crying nowhere is itching him, and what makes him, to cry. So if anybody say that Biafra is dead or a day like today, should be buried. And I think before that could happen, let us remember and start it because this thing happened before June 12th. So let June 12th die first before we come to this one because yes,
to Biafra Day.
Yeah, to Biafra Day.
June 12th has to die first.
Yeah, June 12th has to die because Biafra man brought to June 12th, sacrifice for June 12th. And the Biafra issue have taken place many years before June 12th. So June 12th should die before you discuss, because in June 12th, you cannot use it to compare what involves a whole nation. June 12th did not, have any issue in the whole federation.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Annulment of June 12th election?
You know what I'm saying.
An election.
Do you know what? Do you know why I say
the freest?
Baba, how many bomb?
Election?
How many bomb did you experience?
Biafra is all about secession.
When you talk, excuse me, when you talk about Biafra,
division.
Yes,
right?
it's all about vision.
Separation.
It's all about vision.
No,
it's all about dream.
I'm talking about all about division.
Yes, division.
Separating from an entity called Nigeria. It's quite different from June 12th.
It's quite
election
different.
that was annulled.
Election that was annulled.
I don't know different.
That is what I'm saying. Okay. It is a different issue, and you cannot use a Biafran issue to compare June 12th. They are not the same. So what happened in June 12th is not the same with what happened in Biafra. And the number of souls, properties, finances, resources that was lost during Biafra, you cannot use it to compare what happened in June 12th. The losses of June 12th.
Now let's quickly see the comment section together. Andrew Gujime is saying to me, all Nigerians should celebrate today, not only Igbos.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. You understand it.
It's a different tribes were killed in that.
Yes, now.
All right, Kim additional but do not create problem in Lagos. Okay. All right, King Henry, the palace of the palace, has called my attention to something here, or to an issue. Said, okay, not just the reviewers understand. I think the viewers are also making.
Yeah, they are making points.
Certain
yes,
comments.
Come here.
So sorry. I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. All right, Biafra pastor is here. Okay, you're welcome. Somebody is greeting you.
Oh, God bless you, my beloved.
All right.
I love you all, the viewers. You are the reason why I'm here.
All right, Big T Prince is saying, he's telling me to give Oyenze some bottles of beer. All right, no problem. I'm gonna do that this morning. Okay, Michael, don't soak up this.
One of the viewers commented, many both Yorubas, both Hausas, both Fulanis, Igbos, everybody that the diaspora of Nigeria, everybody pay the price. But it's just that Igbos pay the price more. You understand? And the hatred comes as a result of the reactions of the foreign, partners that partner with Nigeria, that supported Nigeria to deal with Igbos as at that time to commit that genocide. But I haven't said all this. Today should be respected, please, and should be honored. And let whosoever that will come and cause any, havoc or bring any this in, God will, help us, to shade that person, because it's our day. We have to honor them; they deserve it.
All right, thank you.
And bless you, the viewers.
Always reviewing.
Mr. Mike,
comment on daily basis. All right, thank you.
God bless you. Because of the this we can.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, to all esteemed viewers on the platform, we say thank you for the contribution this morning. We appreciate your presence. Okay, moving on to the comment section. Let me say hi to everyone on the comment section. Big T Prince, I appreciate your presence and contribution this morning. And Nam also joined us today. Akim Additional Bada. Okay, Mr. Mike, always review first comment on daily basis. All right, thank you. I'll do that. I appreciate that information. All right, that observation as well. In Kiruka, thank you. Ashadu Michael. Okay, there's a Chima, Dark and Face joined us as well. Henry Okoro, Sean Les. Not many viewers, everyone. Mr. P, thank you so much and God bless you. Kiruka, I can see you in the comment section. I appreciate all of you. Lady G, Pretty G, appreciate your presence. Bukia Strop, Agro Bonjimi, Kate Perry, Gladys Oyabo, I appreciate all of you. All of you. Everyone in the comment section. I can see the screen very well again. So we'll be back here tomorrow for an interesting edition of City Star. All right, please, if you are watching us for the first time, make sure you like, share, and subscribe on the channel. Hit the notification or subscribe button there. Hit the subscribe button to join the family. We appreciate all of you. We'll be here tomorrow by God's grace. That's the weekend edition of City Stand. All right. Thank you. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye. I'll leave you with street stops. All right. What is it? No vex, Baba.
Don't go apologize to me, no first.
You might apologize right now.
No, nobody carries me. He says he's always better than me. Oh, wow.
He came back. No, I apologize.
Not there. So, Lori Meji. A Cotamanga for Amantara. I'm serious.
No vex.
What's your wallet?
Yes, you are alive.
Okay.